Hi, I'm Christy the Customizer. Welcome to the Customization Station. Thanks for joining me today. I have a festival to prepare for, and it happens in 12 days, and there is a lot to do. One of the things that I'm doing at this festival is providing the awards for the runners of the 2K, 5K, and 10K races. So I want to have a display to put some of the medals on while people are waiting to run. Here we are in Adobe Illustrator, and I have just this simple award stand mocked up. I kind of was inspired by the idea of a podium with the 1, the 2, and the 3. And originally I made the 3 down lower like the podium would be, but when the medals were hung, it just looked weird. So I decided I'm going to go this way because it's my design and I can do what I want. Now I'm going to swing over to xTool Studio and I'm going to import my design. All right, that came in with no problems, but it does look like it's set to engrave. You can tell because the whole design is filled in. I'm going to come over here and click cut because we just want to cut the whole thing out of acrylic. This one is going to be easy peasy. For material, I'm going to go in and I'm going to choose a black acrylic. It's about an 1/8 inch, I think. Oh, hey, look right there. And click apply. And that should give me all the settings I need for cutting this. And it looks pretty good. 80/20, I can believe that. 1 pass, wonderful, wonderful. Great, looks good. Now I'm going to place my acrylic. I bet you wondered if we were going to be using the laser cam today. Well, here it is. Okay, so I have a piece of black acrylic right down here, and it has the masking on. Some people like to leave the masking on. Some people like to take the masking off. I think I'm going to take the masking off of just one side today, and I'll leave it on the bottom. That wasn't satisfying. All right, now let's try it again. Now you're gonna notice that I have these little risers here. These are just a couple of corners that I 3D printed, and it's gonna allow me to place my acrylic up high so that I don't get any flashback. Now, because I don't like the possibility that it might move on me while I'm cutting, I'm gonna tape it down. We've got the xTool P3 on auto mode, which means when the lid is up, it's going to automatically take a picture of the material that's inside. And you can tell when it's thinking because this light will be red, and that means something's moved or changed. And then if you just leave it alone for a minute, the light will turn green, and that lets you know it's taken a picture and it's ready for you to close the lid. Okay, now we have the canvas here, and it looks like strange stuff is going on because everything just looks dark except for those corners. First, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to use those corners to kind of tell me where the outline of my material is, since my honeycomb is black and the material is black. But my outline is also black, and that's not very helpful. Since it's hard to see where it is, I'm going to come in and click this layer down here. It's going to select everything that's marked as black, and I'm going to just come up and I'm going to turn it yellow, and that helps me see it a lot better. Something else I notice here is that there's something funky happening up here. I don't think that's in my original SVG, but what I'm going to do to try and fix it here is I'm going to double click. Oh, it was just an extra line. That's a lot easier than it being an extra path or something. So cool. Excellent. Okay. Time to click process. It's going to give me some safety reminders and tell me about how long it's going to take. A little over a minute. Not bad. Click start there, and then it's going to prompt me to press the big button. this is really going to just like start falling. To prevent that, I can take some tape, pause the laser, and add some tape to where it's been cut. And that'll just kind of hold it up until the rest of the job is done cutting. All right, and that's the cut complete. There we go. We've got a nice shiny black stand and we're ready to fold the base. Oh, hi. We're here at my crafting table now. We have our acrylic cutout, and now what we need to do is make a bend in it so that it stands on its own. And I've done this before. I do this with my trophies, but those are considerably smaller. And I have an acrylic bender that is massive, but this is just a little sheet and I wanted to try something new. So you're gonna get to see if that succeeds or if I make a trip out to storage. So what I'm gonna do, I want the bend to be like that, about 2.5 inches or so. And I'm gonna mark it with a chalk pen. I love this pen. I use it all the time with my laser engraving. Okay, so we're just going to do, I think I like 7 better. So I'm going to mark at 7 centimeters. And then I'm going to take the ruler, pop it on that line, and just create a chalk line for myself. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I will get this heated up. This beast is an impulse sealer, and you can tell that it doesn't stay hot very long, which I'm hoping is going to be fine. It's not meant for bending acrylic. It's meant for sealing hot plastic bags. But you can see the smoke coming off. So hopefully that's enough time. But these things are pretty cheap. They're cheaper than a hair straightener, which is the thing, well, similar to what I use for acrylic awards. So we're just going to give this a shot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat along the line. And then once it's good and flexible, I'll bring it over against the desk and bend it. And hopefully the chalk outline will stay there. If I had been thinking ahead, which clearly I wasn't, I would have scored a line right into the acrylic. So it would have been easier for me to keep track of throughout the process. But all right, here goes nothing. I'm gonna try to put that chalk line like right in the center here. That doesn't look very even. And, oh yeah, you're starting to smell it. So with this thing, it has to click in over here. I did think it would just get hot and I could kind of hold it here. It's starting to work. So I was thinking it would just get hot and I could kind of just hold it over the hot piece. But since it's a sealer and it's got safety measures, you gotta click the bottom there before it starts heating. And I could modify it, but if this works, I shouldn't need to. Oh, you see how it's kind of like starting to bend on its own? And that chalk is staying nicely. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm gonna bring it over here to the table, line it up, and start bending. heat it a little longer here. All right, I wouldn't say that's as fast as some other methods, but it's not bad. And now I just need to hold it until it kind of cools down a little bit. And that little impulse sealer was only like $25, I think, which is not bad for a tool in this industry. Now I'm going to take a little bit of acrylic cleaner. Just polish this thing up. Now, I am absolutely not saying that you should try this. I am not an expert on safety precautions when it comes to bending acrylic. Even though this worked for me, it may not work for you. It could be a health hazard. I have no idea. So I'm not saying you should use this hack. I'm just saying that's what I tried and I'm pretty happy with it. Are you still there? The video's over. I'll see you next time.